Hey, Mark's Home Hobbies. This is Mark coming at you with a short video here. Let's make a little camera adjustment there. I installed the one-way diff on the WLtoys K989. I'm not going to make a video of how to install it because it was pretty easy. You just put the two shims. They give you 4 with it. I was mistaken in my last video because they're very thin shims, but there's 4 in the pack. So you just put 2 on each side and apply some lube to the gear, and just install it. And then as far as the drive cups being too short, what I did with that is the drive cups just simply press into the bearing. There's no connection between either side, no real connection between that and the actual diff unit itself, so you can just pull the drive cups out. And I just put I think it was a 3mm washer that fits right over the shaft of the drive cup, and then put it back in. And one side I put 2, it was a little bit further out, so I had to use 2 washers, and it seems to work just fine. So I don't know if there's other ways of doing it, that's great. You could use the longer drive shafts. I wanted to try to keep this car as original as possible, but it doesn't have very many original parts left on it either. As far as the plastics and all the control arms go, yes, it's original, but in terms of the drivetrain, it does have the ball diff in the back, and it has the one-way diff in the front. This is just really the first couple of times I'm running it, so I'm not a good driver, or drift driver, or anything like that. And the car is definitely different. I did try it. I'm still adjusting it, so I'll keep posting more updates so you can see my progress. If I make any findings, or I find a good setting or something like that. So far, really all I did was I turned up the limit gain on the RBRC gyro, and I've used the top hole on the steering servo arm and the WL Racing rims and tires, and it's running the 520 mAh 20C battery that I bought, so it's got a little bit more runtime length. So I'm going to turn it on here and try to do a few hot laps, see what happens. Radio on. Car on. Gyro active. Yeah, I was watching a video on YouTube all this weekend of an RC race they were having in Tennessee called the Psycho Nitro Blast, and they were using what they call the Joker lane, which is basically a cutoff of some of the track, so that when you're racing and you're behind, that you can basically cheat a little bit and cut out the track and therefore gain positions and or time advantage that way, which I think is a really great idea, and it really was kind of nice. I mean, you wouldn't think that it would be, that it's a cheating kind of method, but it really was okay, and it added to the races considerably, because you would never know when the strategy of the driver to choose to use the cheat lane, which they called the Joker lane, and I guess that's a common practice in rallycross karts, and some other forms of racing also have it. So what I noticed on my track is that I have a Joker lane installed. So I was actually a pioneer before I even heard about it. Ha. So let me just point out where the Joker lane is at. This right here would be the Joker lane, because as you're coming around the turns, now if your opponent is up here somewhere in the track trying to navigate that section, you could simply take that little Joker lane right there and come right around and end up at the finish line over there. So inadvertently I installed the Joker lane, and I think that's pretty interesting. I just noticed that this morning as I was coming down here to practice and to test the mods on the car here. I still think I need to turn up the gyro. I think I'm just going to turn it up full, because it just, you know, even though it seems like it works good when you accelerate to a higher speed, at a low speed is when you need it the most. And it just doesn't seem to, you know, maybe it's just a cheap gyro or whatever. I probably will end up buying a new gyro. A little update on the eBay motor, rocket motor. They contacted me, the seller, and said they were willing to issue a full refund after I decided to press the return button on eBay and explain to eBay what I had discussed with them, which was their offer of a 45% refund on a non-working part that never worked. So I said no to that, and I said I want a full refund or a replacement. I even offered them the chance to replace it, but apparently it's easier for them to just refund the money, so they said they would. I'll have to wait till eBay approves that, and probably is another week, so no more updates on the K969 until I either receive the refund on it or something like that, because I don't really want to go out and spend another $50 on a receiver or on a speed control and a motor only to not have the refund come through, or if there's another problem. Not that I, you know, couldn't afford to do it, but it's just I'd rather just wait. So in the meantime, I'll be practicing with the K989, and maybe the RC10, I'll get that out and run the big boy out on this track. I'm also going to work on some other projects I have too, my drones and my plane. The weather's starting to get nice, so I'm going to take the WLtoys 949. I'm going to take that out too and see if I can do some flying out at the park. So yeah, I got a few things coming up. Also have a small scale racetrack that I'm working on too, which is that piece of particle board that you always see over there against the wall. Yeah, I have a small scale racetrack on that too, so I'll be getting that out before too long. And the next few days are supposed to be rainy here, so I may be able to get some work done here. So anyways, if you stuck around through the video this long, thanks for watching, and this is Mark from Mark's Home Hobby saying see you in the next one.